Greetings, fellow travelers of the eternal labyrinth of myth and meaning. Gather close, for today we embark on a journey through the veils of time, into the heart of a tale both ancient and eerily resonant. The story of Python, the primordial serpent of Greek mythology. This is not merely a recounting of scales and fangs, but a meditation on chaos and order, creation and destruction, and the eternal dance between shadow and light. Let us unravel the cosmic tapestry that binds Python's essence to the very soul of Delphi, the navel of the world, the birth of Python, a serpent from the womb of chaos. Long before the Olympians claimed dominion over sky, sea, and earth, the universe was a churning abyss. Chaos, the void from which all life and darkness sprang. From this formless cradle emerged Gaia, the Earth Mother, who birthed mountains, seas, and the starry heavens. Yet Gaia's creativity was not confined to beauty. She also bore monsters, embodiments of the untamed wilds that even gods would later fear. Among these was Python, a serpentine colossus, whose coils could strangle continents and whose breath festered with the miasma of decay. Python was no mere beast. It was a manifestation of Gaia's primal fury, a guardian of her most sacred site, the Oracle of Delphi. Mankind. Before Delphi became Apollo's sanctuary, it was a fissure in the earth where Gaia whispered prophecies through vapors rising from the underworld. Python, draped around the Omphalos, Ui, the stone marking the world's center, was both protector and incarnate, symbol of the old order, chaotic, earthy, and indifferent to mortal or divine ambition. Here lies a lesser-known truth. Python was not merely a sentinel, but a Sektuhunts, living conduit between Gaia and the mortal realm. Its very presence sanctified Delphi as a place where time folded, where past, present, and future bled into one another. To approach the oracle was to stand in the shadow of the serpent's jaws, to submit to the raw, unfiltered truth of existence, a truth few could endure. Apollo's quest, the sun god, and the serpent's demise. Enter Apollo, the golden-haired archer, god of light, reason, and music. Son of Zeus and Leto, Apollo was the paragon of Olympian ideals, structure, harmony, and the triumph of civilization over wilderness. Yet his birth was marred by strife. Hera, Zeus's vengeful wife, had sent Python to torment Leto during her pregnancy, forcing her to wander the earth in search of refuge. This vendetta would plant the seeds of Python's doom. When Apollo came of age, he sought to carve his legacy by usurping the ancient powers. Armed with a silver bow forged by Hephaestus, he descended upon Delphi, his radiant aura clashing with Python's murky dominion. The battle was not merely physical but cosmological. A clash between the old chthonic world and the new Olympian order. Apollo's arrows, symbols of precision and logic, pierced Python's chaotic flesh, and the serpent's death throes shook the earth. Yet Apollo's victory was not without consequence. To kill a child of Gaia was to invite her wrath. The god of light was cast into exile, forced to atone for his transgression in the Vale of Tempe. There, he underwent a ritual of purification, a humbling reminder that even gods must bend to cosmic laws. This act of penance, often overlooked, reveals a profound truth. Order cannot exist without acknowledging the debt it owes to chaos. The rebirth of Delphi, from Python's ashes. With Python slain, Apollo claimed Delphi as his own, but the serpent's essence could not be erased. The oracle endured, now served by the calm Pythia, Nozain Nauts, a priestess who inhaled the same hallucinogenic vapors that once arose for Gaia. In her trances, the Pythia channeled not only Apollo's clarity, but the lingering whispers of Python. Fusion of light and shadow, reason and madness. The Omphalos stone, once cradled by Python's coils, remained at Delphi's heart, a paradox symbolizing both Apollo's triumph and the indestructibility of the primordial. The Opythian Games, founded to honor Apollo's victory, included musical contests alongside athletic ones, a nod to the god's dual nature as both destroyer and harmonizer. Few know that Python's corpse was said to have been buried beneath Delphi. its rotting flesh feeding the sacred, sunken laurel tree, whose leaves crowned victors and poets. Even in death, the serpent nourished the new order, a metaphor for how destruction seeds creation. On Python's legacy, the unseen threads of myth. Bertanders. Python's story does not end with its death. In the hushed rites of the Pythia, in the trembling leaves of the laurel, and in the nightmares of those who dare gaze too deeply into the abyss, the serpent's presence lingers. Consider this. Before Apollo, Delphi belonged to Baiku, the Mitskiu, goddess of divine law, and before her, to Phoebe, a titaness of prophecy. Each era layered new meaning onto the site, yet Python's shadow persisted, a reminder that no power, mortal or divine, can fully eradicate what came before. In later myths, Python reemerges symbolically, the Odragonuton slain by Cadmus to found Thebes, the serpents entwined in the staff of Asclepius, all echo Python's primal archetype. Even early Christian iconography adopted the serpent as a symbol of evil, though stripped of its ancient duality. The philosophy of the serpent, chaos as the womb of creation. What then does Python teach us? That chaos is not the enemy of order but its precursor. Without the void, there is no canvas for creation. Without the serpent's menace, there is no heroism in the archer's shot. The ancients understood this duality, weaving it into their myths and rituals. Modernity, with its obsession with control, risks forgetting that the Python's breath still lingers in every unplanned moment, every creative spark born from disruption. Apollo's Delphi became a monument to know thyself and nothing in excess, maxims that balance human ambition with humility. Yet these truths were forged in the fires of Python's death, a paradox that mirrors life itself. To transcend chaos, one must first acknowledge its necessity. Epilogue. The call of the oracle. And so, dear seekers, does this tale stir your soul? Does the serpent's hiss echo in your dreams? Or do you side with the god who wielded light as a weapon? Like, subscribe, and ring the bell of wisdom. To join our fellowship of myth weavers, share in the comments. Which archetype calls to you? The regal defiance of Apollo, the primal might of Python, or perhaps the enigmatic Pythia, straddling two worlds? Until next time, remember, every Olympus is built upon a Python's bones. Walk softly, for the earth remembers what the heavens forget. Farewell until our stories cross again in the ageless grove of imagination.